How's it going, guys? Andrew with American Diesel. So behind me we have this Ram 2500. We already diagnosed it. So now we're gonna put that module in and see if we were correct. All right, let's get going. All right, guys. So right now I have the key on. I still have the old module in there. This right here. This is the old module that was originally with the truck. So I just want to show you kind of gets the before and after. So we're at 3.6 volts, and right now it's reading a temperature of -1 degrees, which it's really not. Have the temperature sensor back in there. That way we can be able to tell the difference. So now that we have those readings, now we're gonna shut this key off. And then I'm gonna come underneath here, see if we can unplug this with one hand. Honestly, I have no idea how anybody does this crap with one hand. Okay, here's the old module. So we're gonna put this up here. Then we're gonna grab the new module, which is right here. Here's the new one. Okay, so let's get this thing plugged in. Wow! All right, so now we got the new module in. Of course, we lost communication, so we're gonna put the key back forward. Let's see. We're gonna press retry. Awesome. 62 degrees. So we made the right call. I guess the last thing would be, I'm gonna unplug this deal right here. That way I can show you that whenever this thing is pulled down to ground, this voltage right here should go down to 0. And that's what's happening. Something internal to that computer, whenever you did pull it all the way down to ground, it still just wasn't reading correctly. So let's get this thing unplugged, and then we'll bypass it that way I can show you how the way it should have worked. All right, let me get to it. All right, so now I'm probed into here, into our 5-volt ref, and plugged into here. And as you can see on the meter, we have 5 volts. Okay, well, 4.8, that's close enough. So we got that on there. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull this down to ground. So remember, like I was saying over here in the scan data, shows 4.8. So that's gonna be open. And then, like I said, over here, it's gonna read its lowest temperature. And then once I bypass this, it's gonna go down 0. Then this is going to read the hottest temperature it can read. So I just have this hooked up to ground. So what I like to do is just pull it down to ground with just your test light. So just in case, you know, if you're having a bad day or whatever, you're poking stuff you shouldn't be doing, and you know you won't be able to harm anything. So you see that's down to ground. That's down to 0. Let me take out this thing here. Try one more time. So as you can see, that's down to 0. Have the test light in there, pulling it down to ground. And as you can see, that's at 0. So yeah, that just pretty much confirms what it should have been doing that day. It should have been pulling down to ground. And then you see, that's the hottest temperature you can read, was 176. I know it's fluctuating in and out. It's trying to make sense of the temperature where it's at. So I wouldn't really pay too much mind into that. But the one you really want to be looking at is the actual voltage. So once we get this off, so took that off, now it's back at 5 volts. That's how the way it should have been doing. But before, whenever I was grounding this out, it was only going like I think it was like 2 point something volts or like 2.8. So it wasn't reading correctly. So yeah, this thing's pretty much fixed. So now all I gotta do is put all the panels back, and we'll fire up the AC, and I'll throw a temperature gauge on it. That way y'all can see it's working. All right, now that we got this thing fired up, let's press retry. Let's see all the data here. So yep, let's pull out some more data pins. Some data. Let's turn this thing on. Okay. Then what I'm really interested in is this clutch, to see if this AC clutch goes in by itself. So yeah, let's turn this thing all the way down. Okay, press AC, which I heard it click on. Yep, there it is. All right, guys, so we pretty much got this thing fixed. So that was a really interesting one. So all right, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all guys in the next one.